G'day, g'day, gents. Ladies and Lochnesses. I don't know. It's the start of stream. Aced it. And of course my camera's in the wrong position, even though I adjusted it literally last night. There we go. Should probably get Orb in the picture too, shouldn't I? Ah, Orb's fine. He's hanging out. He's just off the side of camera. Oh, God. Okay, guys, Adara has retaped my arm. So theoretically, everything should be fine. It's not really lying flat, though, is it? Let's hope I stay together. Guys, out here really hoping that my body stays together. It's already coming apart. How is it already coming apart? It doesn't usually come apart that easily. My skin is too awesome. My sewing teacher had an interesting idea for you. Oh, that doesn't sound like a good thing. That sounds like more plushy ideas, which is devastating. What was her idea? Guys, I'm loving the current case. It's very interesting. Where am I up to in this? Oh, that's right! Okay. No, not plushies. Go on. I'm really tempted to just kind of cut it off already. It's not sitting. It's not sticking to my skin. Oh well. Don't worry about it, guys. Sorry, I'm obsessed over it because I can feel it like lifting off my skin. You know, what if I just like... Orb hoodie. Oh. Oh my god. You know, have like a little, like the headpiece would have like a little... And then you could even, like, the arm pockets. Hear me out, the arm pockets, like, it could be shaped like an orb where you put your hands in. There's actually, like, a little print on top of the thing, and it's just an orb. And then you could have, like, eyeball, and then you could have another print on the back. It's like the head would have waddled the eyes. I love this. Good morning, and I love your shirt. Thank you. I like it too. It says, I might need this later. It's a representation of my hoarding problem in video games. So I'm self-aware, which is a rare trait these days, apparently. Wait, could you ponder your orb? I already ponder my orb every day. It's called my brain. Or my titties. So either one goes fine. Sorry, that's terrible. Not that type of... Duff's not here, is he? Fuck! How do I get out of this conversation? Guys, welcome to the end of stream! Duff, shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up. I'm so down for this idea. It's a good idea. It's not a hoarding problem. It's a preparation tendency. I love it! Oh my god, you understand me so well. Yes, absolutely. Preparation tendency is totally correct. Don't worry, I punted my titties too. You're like, how did they get there? Not sure. Magic. Preparation tendency is so correct though, because when I was at school, right, I all of the time would be like, I'm someone who's like, look at my entire pencil case, fully stacked with everything I could possibly need. Like, it would be, I've got the scissors, I've got a pack of texters, but pencils, but pens, spare pencils if you need them. I was always over-prepared, and I love it. I love being over-prepared, because being under-prepared means death, okay? It's bad. I wonder why my titties constantly get in my way, like, shrink! They will eventually shrink, if that makes you feel any better. You just gotta get old enough. Or, obviously, go get therapy for your titties. Your titties are obviously holding too much of your anxiety, and you need to, like, go to therapy in order to, like, make them go down. Yes, holy shit, yes, you were like that too? Absolutely! Are you kidding me? I have to be over-prepared for everything in my life. everything, okay? I don't like to be underprepared. I have a very, I mean, this is probably my autistic tendencies, but every morning I have a specific, like, order. I do everything. Like, I wake up, go to the toilet, go eat my, you know, I, like, go eat my Wheat Bix, and then I'll come in here, get dressed, and then I have to, like, get on, you know, like, go on a walk, like, get to work and stuff. Like, I'm very methodical. I'm like, once I get to this time, I need to be at this point. And then when I brush my teeth, I need to make sure I brush my teeth around 7:15 in the morning. Like, it's just the way it is. I have lost 4 centimeters of weight. 4 centimeters? What? We took measurements today for the new dress I'm making. Ooh, that's cool. But also, how do you lose 4 centimeters of weight? I don't know, it just sounds funny. Like, you're just, like, measuring in centimeters. Yes, that's why I stress my GF out a lot, so I can have my personal stress balls. The titties. I mean, plushies. Plushies is the way to go. This is annoying me too much. I gotta cut it. Oh, look! Scissors, right on hand. Of course. Are you kidding me? Watch me accidentally cut my shirt. Guys, don't mind me. Fuck. Fuck. It's not working. We're fine. It's okay. I used to be just like that, then I had crippling depression for like 3 years and burnt myself out trying to keep up. Oh, I'm still keeping up with that anxiety. There we go, that's a little better. It's like on the flat of my arm now, rather than like the part that moves. Okay, we can ignore that now, great. I haven't burnt out yet, I'm getting close to it. My boss has... We're like low on people. Oh my god, experiment. You have no idea what's been going on, okay? Like, I don't think I've been into like detail about it with you. Basically, we've had one person leave, one person get replaced, one person leave, another person get replaced. One person is away for like a month or 2. I don't know when they're coming back. My boss starts uni next week, so the typical like 40-ish hours she does every week need to be basically cut in half. Yeah, and then my other co-worker managed to get a job, and she's gotten a job, like a different thing, and so she's going and doing that. And so, like, we're going to have, like, 3 people leave over the course of 2 months. And then as soon as it gets to, like, the start of March anyway, most people are starting uni. Which means, obviously, people are going to be available less. Emma did? Yeah! Spoilers. I was gonna leave it to her to tell, but yeah, Emma got a job. Emma got a job! Yay! She like called me up yesterday and was like, I wanted you to be the first one to know. And I'm like, I'm so happy for her. But I'm sad because everyone's leaving me. And I have abandonment issues, so it's fine. No, I don't have abandonment issues. I just have like, everyone will leave me. That's why I like to stream, because streaming is like eternal friendships. Like, I know one day Philip will turn up again, you know? Like, it's inevitable. I know he'll always come back. Because he's my precious man and I love him. I need someone in my life, other than my sister. So yeah, with the smaller measurements means I've lost a bit of weight, but I don't scale measure myself because scale weight fluctuates so frequently. That's fair. Yay, but Sag! Exactly. Damn, I'm happy for everyone getting good places to work and stuff, but damn, everything goes back on your wings to carry. Yeah, that's basically it. Because I'm not doing uni, I don't have another job or anything. I am me and the new person who we hired last week, who's not trained up yet, are the only 2 people who are probably, who don't have uni. Everyone else is going back to uni. My other co-worker, she's basically out the door because she has a second job which pays better and everything. Like, she shouldn't be staying at our workplace, you know what I mean? Like, even she was like, why am I sticking around? She was like always like very much like, I want to stick around, you know, like I'm hoping to keep both jobs. But now she's beginning to realize, like, well, what is the point of like keeping both jobs when I could do 4 days of work at this other job and still do my uni part-time and X, Y, and Z. But obviously now that everyone's leaving me, there's that question in my head of like, should I be leaving? Should I be moving on with my life in some capacity? I keep hoping I'll find someone and then I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna move out and get a different job or something or other. Something's gotta happen, right? It's not happening. Guys, the hard thing I feel like I've had to learn in life is that life doesn't just happen to you. You have to like grab it by the balls, okay? And it sucks because I'm like, I just thought it would happen like the magic or something in all of those fancy Disney princess movies. I just thought one day I'd wake up and I would be a superhero, you know? And now we're finding out that I'm crazy and will struggle to take advantage of advantageous situations. Like, maybe sticking around to see your wonderful face. I'm sure she is. Well, I've told her she can't leave until the end of February because Monster Hunter Wilds comes out. And I want those couple of days off. True facts, true facts. I was like, can you stick around until at least this day so I can have like these 3 days off so I can play Monster Hunter with my friends? Honestly, a lot of things happen in my life. Honestly, a lot of things in my life has happened to me and I've been screaming internally through the whole thing. I know, and it's like, why? It's one of those things where it's like, I want the better for everyone. And then there's me who's sitting here like, anyway, I got work. And then I come home and I play video games and nothing more interesting in my life happens other than that. Other than slowly, you know, deteriorating from like shoulder issues. I'm going through my list options again, trying to think of more unhinged shit. Aylin, you can relax. You have so many options. Don't stress. And remember, like, you still want to make sure that some of it is probably like partially difficult to get. You know what I mean? But yeah, I definitely, like, I don't know what to do. That's the thing. That's why I get frustrated when I think about trying to, like, fall in love and stuff, because people just, like, they really do make it seem like it just happens. And I'm sitting here like, that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen. Not yet. We'll see. Maybe. I just probably need to leave the house more. But then I go to work. And then I'm tired. Poor tired me. I'm done. No, but the unhinged shit is fun. One of them is to roll a guy's head down a hill. That's fucked up, man. But I love it. But also, what? Need to get a high enough level in order to be able to cut the guy's head off to begin with. I just want you to accentuate that. Love. Complicated, but simple at the same time. Shit's fucked. I'm so fucked. And that's fine. It kind of sneaks up in you, but you gotta grab it by the balls when it does. Yeah. But it's also about recognizing that they are balls that you should grab. Oh. Okay. No, the guy that gets executed in solitude. Oh my god, I did not think of that, but that's mortifying. Amazing. Yes, please. I mean, no thank you. I'm gonna like, ugh, there we go. Anyway, I've got work a lot this week and next week. I finally got my shifts for next week, guys, and they're not too bad. I mean, it's a lot of shifts. I'm working like 5 days next week, but at least they're like, there's only one full day shift. So it's like 5 hours, full day shift, 3 hours, full day shift, but it's only like 6-ish hours. So, you know, it's working out. I was going to ask my boss to, like, I was going to say that I'm only available Tuesday to Sunday. And then I realized that because my boss is going to uni, starting uni next week, I have to work. I basically have to work next Monday. Like, there's kind of like no choice because we're down to like 4 or 5 people at this point. It's going great. One's a trainee, and one is partial trainee. I feel like she hasn't had enough training, but I'm also like, how much do I like, I don't want to annoy her, you know? Hey, in my defense, my GF was flirting with me for like months before she grabbed me and told me straight up, I'm gonna ask you to be my BF on New Year's Eve, and my awkward ass was like, why not start now? I love it! Oh my god, I love it! See, this is what I mean. I need someone to do that for me. But on the other hand, it's kind of like, would I even like hear what I'm like, would I even register as what the person is saying as flirting? Like, more than likely, I'll probably be like, what? No recognition. I really wish my thingamajiggies would work, but that's fine. Maybe I'm not logged in. Hold up. Guys, hold up. Am I logged in? I am logged in. Okay, sorry. Sorry, I'm like, where are my sound effects? They're dead. Let me give you a different sound effect. Yeah. Yes, that's me to a T. I need someone to be overabundantly obvious. Experiment. Thank you for the 2-month subscription for 2 months. Much appreciated. My last relationship was like over a year of us being real close and flirty and multiple conversations about, so what are we to each other before we actually started dating? Hell yeah. Love that. Awkwardness. I read a story the other day and I was like, oh my god, that's so hot. Where a person, well, apparently there was like a person who was just like hanging out at a bar and like it was, yeah, a girl, and another girl came up to them and was like, are you single? And they were like, yes. And they're like, you're with me now. And they're like, and this is how I ended up following this person around for the next 2 hours, like a baby chick. And I'm like, bro, that would be me if I was ever caught by myself at a pub. And now I never want to see her face again. Woo! Dating! Oh, buddy. It's okay, buddy. I'm looking down at my hand. Don't mind me. We'll all figure it out eventually. Okay, probably, maybe. 25, guys. It's the year for the existential crisis to occur. I think I'm on a good track. I'm 1 month in and it's going swimmingly. You know, the existential crisis. Between, you know, everything that's going on, it's going wonderful. My body's deciding to fight me. America's fighting people. My brain is like, sorry, I'm done with this. Like, it's going great. Oh, I keep forgetting I need to like send out a message to organize the 25th birthday party. I'm doing great. I'm gonna remember one of these days. I'm gonna write down butter on my hand, guys. Give me a second. I wanna buy butter. I wanna buy butter in 2 days. It'll probably be off my wrist by then, but butter. Wait, did I miss tea? Not tea. Not really. Depends what you count as tea. I moved country for my partner, and here I am surrounded in boxes while I get to kiss a beauty before she leaves for work. Aww. I have to admit, I struggle to believe that anyone would leave another country, much less another city or anything for me. I'm like, no one's gonna do that. Because I don't think I would ever do that. That's the point. I'm rational. I'm too much like, no, I'm taking you away from your family and everything you love, like everything that's familiar to you. Like, I wouldn't do that. So I feel like it would be unfair to ever expect anyone else to do the same. What was discussed then, if not tea? Okay. We started with, what did I say? Emma, who sometimes visits the stream, she's gotten a different job, which starts probably like next week or something, which is awesome. But I've now had 3 people I'm really close to at work now leaving. So we need probably like 3 more. We need 3 new, we have 2 new people. One I'm already like getting along with. One I haven't had any real shifts with yet. And then we'll need to hire another person within the next like week or so, hopefully. Sorry. So my entire like friends group is basically shifting around simply because people are like moving on with their lives. And they're all younger than me. So I'm like sitting here almost 25 thinking, should I have a life other than what I'm doing right now? And then I was like, man, it'd be great if I could fall in love and then I could at least plan like moving into a home. Like into our home together and be like, okay, cool, we're gonna like rent this place out while we save up to buy a house or something, you know? I have tea if that counts. That's delicious. All right, yes, you mentioned some maybe looking for a new place because folk were leaving. Yeah, partially. Like, again, on one hand, I don't want to leave, but on the other hand, there's that part of me that's like, maybe I'm getting close to it being time. And I think that just means I need to be more open-minded about what direction I may want to take things. But on the other hand, I don't want to work a full day, full-time shift. I still want to stream. I still want to enjoy my life. I still want to like sit and like do Ocarina of Time randos throughout the day. I want to do 12-hour streams. Like, you know, like I want to still be able to do all that stuff. And I don't want to have to sit and be like, I'm gonna choose like a job over streaming. Like, I don't want to do that. I love streaming. I love games. Like, this is what I want to be doing. But, you know, obviously I still need enough to pay bills and stuff. So, I mean, at the moment I'm making bank because everyone's gone. So, that's something at least. Almost 25. If it makes you feel better, I had just turned 25 when I moved out of my mom's place. That does make me feel a little better. But my brain is also like, totally should have done it sooner. You know what I mean? I think moving out of home is kind of a really important step that should be highly recommended in your early 20s. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know, move on with your life. I mean, your current job leaves time for you to stream. If you want more money and less physical word, you might want it. But some people like the flexibility. I like my flexibility, but I'm tired. And it's disappointing because like I'm already really like overworked at this point, right? My shoulder's deteriorating, my wrist is deteriorating. And you know, like I wish I could be like, hey, need some time off to like recover, but I feel like that's not really an option that I can take. But in saying that, like, and then there'll probably be weeks where I only have like 2 shifts, and then those 2 shifts will be like not enough to pay rent. You know what I mean? Like, I have to choose basically overworking to a certain degree and getting money versus actually being able to like relax. So it's going great. Sound like a hug would help you. It's true. I get hugs from Adara all the time. Okay, time to edit now that I've seen different ways and how the bingo card randomizes. Amazing. I moved out of my mom's place at 31, in which case, yes, you need a new job for your physical health. Do I, though? Do I? We'll be fine. Yes, I've been kicking myself because I'm still stuck at home living with my mom and I just wanted to move but couldn't. That's fair. Yeah, hand needs hugs. Alright, folks, travel to Melbourne. Form an orderly line. An orderly line? You mean the highway? Oh my god. But yeah, I'll figure it out, guys. Okay, I'm a very big believer in the fact that I reckon I'll figure my life out. Even if I'm, you know, partially lying to myself, I'll figure it out, okay? Maybe consider a part-time job. I mean, yeah, well, that's what I mean, like, so Adara's keeps kind of partially offering me a job, and I'm kind of like, I could, but I also don't feel, it's one of those things where it's like, I don't feel qualified to do the job, right? But of course she's like, you're way better than these other people, and I'm like, yeah, but that shouldn't be the case, you know? I don't believe in nepotism, but apparently nepotism is the way. Hi, Tap. Got 2 hours of sleep last night and been up since 11:30 p.m. last night, so I'm loopy. Oh, buddy. Hi, Tap. Already ordering tickets. I'll bring Norwegian delicacies of brown cheese. What the brown cheese? What the fuck is brown cheese? What is that? I've never heard of that. Illy tap. I really shouldn't raise my shoulders higher than that. Illy. Illy, illy. Spur wrinkle positivity. I'm on the wrong screen. That's fine. Well, I'll do it properly in a second. If she's recommending you to do it, then you're probably good enough. Is getting a skill to 60 in 5 hours possible? No. Unless it's like smithing. Just, like, I don't know. Like, you'd have to be really hyper-focused on doing something like that. Like, in the last run through, like, even just with fighting things, I think I was lucky to get to, like level 10 or something. Sorry you're hurt. No, I'm okay. It's okay. I'm just sticky taped together a little bit at the moment, so. Adara's been, it's funny, guys, if you don't know, I've learnt how to put my sister's leg back into place, because apparently it gets slightly, her leg gets slightly dislocated just from existing. So I've learnt how to like put her leg back in. So the 30 minutes before stream, Adara was like trying to like massage out my muscles and then taped me up, and then I put her leg back in. So very, you always know it's going well. Hey, for all it's worth, I believe in you. You're a clever cookie, and don't let your own imposter syndrome get in the way. Thanks, experiment. You have a very good point. You have a very good point. Because apparently imposter syndrome is just the way it goes. So, you know, should Google brown cheese. It's like caramelized cheese. It tastes pretty good. Does that mean it tastes sugary, or is it still like cheese? I'm working out what to cut from the skill double. So get a skill to 25, get leveled character to level 5. Don't get character to level 5. That's like a part of the normal process. That's not something you have to actually go out and do, you know? It's something that's like almost like passive, if you know what I mean. Well, I feel like if you wanted to focus on getting a skill to like 25, that's more of a like continual process. I would say 25 would be fine. And like we can adjust things for next time as well, you know. I think get through the door positions is okay to get through nepotism, just not yeah, positions. Like some nepotism is okay. That's fair. Like, hey, we're gonna get you in the door, and if you manage to go up the ranks, like that's from your own merit, versus being like, Jimmy, you did that one single finance class in 2008, you're qualified to run the financing of this entire company, right? And then a challenge to get your character's level 215. It's not about specific skill at 25. Right, yeah, it would just be any skill. I think that's fine. And then, oh yeah, the shoes. Not sugary, but it's still cheese. Or you reckon cut the level character? I want to say cut the character level, because like, as I said, it's like just a continual thing you can do. Like, what if you just go and get the Ognum Infinium, and that's basically like a win-win? You know what I mean? Like, you could also just do it that way. I'd rather like, I don't know. I easily hit 10, but that was also the only one at 10, so depending what skills you train can be easy. Yeah, exactly. Like, Con was working on destruction magic, so he probably like leveled up pretty quickly too. Okay. I came into my job from plenty of soft skills, but no knowledge of QA, and I've been fine. That is a very good point. Like, as long as you have like good soft skills as like a cushion, you could probably make it into any business. Even if that main soft skill is just communication skills. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm trying to seriously consider it though, like Adara's offer. Because it would be kind of like a temporary position, because someone at her workplace is with child. So it's kind of like I would be there, like to begin with, it would be kind of just like 6 months temp. And then they can either be like, hey, we love you, we'll want to keep you around, or they can be like, or they can move me into a different position entirely and I could work from there. Brown cheese, that's what I'm Googling. But that's if I take the job. But I'm trying to seriously consider it, considering how much my body is fighting me at the moment. Oh my god! Brunost. Why does it look so moist? It looks so solid. Like, what's going on over there? No. Holy shit, the bread, it looks it looks so smooth. It's crazy. Gregonunt. Yes. Very much so. Okay. I'm very proud of the people being Gregonunt. The Pregnante. Anyway. That's my life. I've got to end stream early tonight, guys. I will say. I think I'm going to end around 11. I'm going to end stream around 11. And then go to bed. I've been trying to, like, because I've, like, so with my shoulder, right, I really can't, like, sleep on it. Also, if I roll out of bed in the morning and I put pressure in the wrong way in my shoulder, like, it sends, like, nerve shooting through my body. Love that. So I've been trying to, like, focus on, I have to remember to roll out of bed on the opposite side of my body, but also, like, trying to lie flat and just, like, you know, push everything back. Hannah, go to bed. No! It's pretty late to me. That's okay, Tap. You can go to bed. I'm gonna go lurk and play Minecraft with friends. Have a good stream. Thanks, Experiment. Take care. Have fun with Minecraft. Get all the bird friends. That's my request. Hope your shoulder gets better. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, shoulder injury gang. Whoop, whoop. I know, man. We're two birds of a feather. Oh, Con, so you were able to attend tomorrow or not? Was there a kind of like, you kind of gave a bit of an asterisk, I felt. Was there a particular thing that's stopping you? Wrong drink bottle. I get a bluebird and name it after you. Thank you. Thank you, senpai. I know you need to leave, but like I one time played Minecraft and kept going to the jungle nearby and got like tons of birds. I'm not kidding you. I caught like 10 different birds and we're just sitting them around my house and all you hear is their little like little sounds across the entire thing. It was the best thing ever. I want to do it again. But I'm not near any jungle at the moment with my world with a house. It's whether or not I'm doing anything for dinner tomorrow. It's dependent on someone else responding. Okay, okay. That makes sense. So last minute plans, don't know what anyone's going to say. Completely fair. They dance when a jukebox plays. Oh my god, I need to see that happen. Goals, man. I love the birds. Stayed up till 3 p.m. I would have been up for 24 hours straight. I would definitely recommend going to bed now. I wouldn't be alive. I've only stayed awake for 24 hours once, and that was for a stream, and I was awake for like closer to 36 hours, and it was devastating. AKA, don't do it. But you're alive. I am alive. It's great. I'm having a good time. Still trying to like figure out like the, you know, the glitches and everything, and the tutorial's a little smudged from over time, but I'm figuring it out. Wanna hang out? Yeah. It's a great time. We can hang out. We can think about like everything I need to do for Pokemon. Oh man. Dude, I know I've asked this before. I'm going to ask it again. Do you have Pokemon Shield? I keep forgetting if you have Pokemon Shield or not. Maybe I just need to start a whole new save on my sister's computer thing. How many Daedric artifacts would be realistic? 3? I think 3 to 4 would make sense. Because if you think 3 could be the Ebony Blade, well, you have to be a high enough level for that, but like, theoretically. Ebony Blade, maybe like the Mace and Dawnstar. Maroon Stagon, the dagger. I feel like I'm now completely blanking on which ones are the Daedric weapons. Oh, the mace? There's the mace. Mace wouldn't be too bad to get. I'm trying to think of like an easy quest versus a more complicated Daedric quest. Like Maroon's Dagon would take quite a bit of time, but if you happen to be in the area, it's not like, and then if you know where to get them like I do, like it's actually pretty easy to get Maroon's Dagon's thing. Have both. Okay, cool. So if I put in options for the randomizer to pick between 1, 3, and 5, it'll be fine. 1's too easy. I think just do 3 and 5. 1's like way too easy. You can just turn up. I say 1, 2, and 3. Nah. Okay, maybe 2 and 5 then. No, I like 3 and 5. I think 1's too easy. Because you know how like some, you don't like the Ebony Blade. All you gotta do is talk to some bitch and you have it. Like it's not, it's too easy. Trying to remember what other, there's the mace, there's the dagger. The Savior's one is not too bad. The Savior hide, like you can basically do that straight from the get-go. Daedric. Artifacts, yeah, well. Azura's Star would take a little bit of time. Dawnbreaker is at least a whole quest, that's fine. Ebony Blade is like half a quest. Ebony Mail, you just need to kill people. Mace of Molag Bal, you have to... I mean, I guess you could get it pretty easily, but you still need to like level it up. Like get it to its like restore its thing. Mask of Claviscavile, that would take a little bit. Who's Dagon? Ognum Infinium would take some time. Ring of Namira? The Ring of Namira is a Daedric item? I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh. Hi, Da.
I'm going for a walk.
Okay, have a good walk.
Okay.
Tell me if it's nice.
Sure.
Like, I feel like 3 to 5 kind of makes sense. Maybe like hold 1 for hold X amount of gold. Get to 20,000 gold. I would say it was really difficult in my playthrough to get anywhere close to 20,000 gold because I also had to buy a house. So I definitely kind of like that one. Hi, Ultra. Okay, so 2, 3, 5. Sure. Even got one to roll a heads down a hill like a ball. Daedric Priest Masks. Ooh, that's a good one. I would say, again, maybe like 2 or 4. Because there's one mask you can get really easily. Do you count the wooden mask? Like, the wooden mask, I would also argue, kind of counts. You just have to go to what's-its-name's and pick it up. Between that and the one at Volskig, it's pretty... Like, you have to be able to win against them, but it would be pretty easy to get those 2 masks. I was unsure about that because I have no idea where they are. Oh, buddy. My brain's like, we obviously need to play Skyrim on stream so I can tell you where they all are. They're at very specific locations. Does that count? Let's say 3. Because of what I just said. There's one at, Foraltoth, whatever the fuck that place is called. I'm blanking on what it's called. The one below Riften. There's one in Highgate Ruin, I believe. There's a wooden mask inside of Labyrinthian. One at Volskig. Maybe there's one in Valthoom, but Valthoom is a terrible place to go to. Don't go to Valthoom. Don't like that place. Oh, hey, Lotta. I know, right? She's just hanging out. It's kind of nice finally seeing Lotta after all this time because she was hinted at in the previous game and we didn't really see her, and now she's here and I'm like, ah, miss her. But yeah, I would say like 3 Daedric masks. If it's like more than that, it starts getting a little too complicated. I've said it to 3. Okay. If that gets drawn, I need it. I'm gonna cry. It's okay. Don't worry. As I said it was okay to Google things. So I'm disappointed that you felt like you couldn't, because I think it's okay to Google things. Because especially when you feel like it should be information you already know. Like, I am someone, like, I have a very, like, encyclopedic knowledge of Skyrim, but that doesn't mean everyone else is. And some people are, like, out of practice, you know? You know what? I'll play some Skyrim maybe soon. And I'll, like, at least show, maybe I'll go around and I'll show you where all the dragon quest locations are or something. Or you just, like, play it long enough to get all of the dragon masks and stop there or something. Anyway, we should probably actually play the game. It's been like 40 minutes. I haven't said anything. I was really hoping to finish this case today. I don't think that's happening now. I ain't telling y'all none, you hear? Now, quit wasting my time before I blow a fuse. As we've seen, she's very quick-tempered. She'll try to cut the conversation dead wherever possible. I won't have much time to think, so I need to be swift and decisive. Miss Hart is definitely hiding something from me. So my first motive is to discover what that is. Let's talk about this reasonably. I can see you're a little agitated, Miss Hart. Let's calm down and try to talk. I am calm. Dang you, leashways. I will be just as soon as y'all quit yanking my dang chain. That's better. Being a news hound all about keeping a cool head no matter what the world throws at you, see? Speaking of news hound, this might interest you. I met one a few days ago. She was a very hungry young reporter indeed. A reporter with a very particular turn of phrase. Similar to your own, in fact. Oh yeah, she spoke like me, huh? Guess that could have been someone I know. She was your apprentice. Her name was Tabby Lloyd. That won't help me when we're doing this tomorrow night. I know, but it's fine. It's okay. I can always point out some places or something at some point. And if I had closed my eyes, I could have believed I was listening to you. She told me about someone she called the Chief. She was talking about you, wasn't she? Oh, so you met Tabby, huh? Well, ain't that something? Where did y'all bump into her? She's a great kid, I reckon. Wait. No, you don't. You ain't getting on my good side bringing her into this, you sneaky snake. Who? You nearly had me, too. Interesting. Talking about Miss Lloyd seems to have her lowered her guard a little. I think we can use that to our advantage. I need you to tell me everything you know, and don't you dare leave anything out. Go jump in a creek, you big bully. Why should I tell you anything? You don't got nothing to do with me. No, me with you, neither. Time to deploy my clue. I don't have anything to do with you. That's a little unkind, don't you think? After all, I know your apprentice. I know her pretty well, in fact. Saved her life. Discover 30 locations too easy. I want to say yes, but I'm not quite sure. Because, like, if it's any locations, like, completely, like, I feel like that's going to be way easier. Got 30, 40, 50, 100 as an option. I don't even know where you'd find... Is there even 100 locations in the game? I would say maybe just do 30 and 40. And then we'll see, maybe... We'll do 30 and 40. And then at the end of tomorrow's stream, if we remember, we'll like tally up how many we found just over the course of the bingo game and see if we're even anywhere close to 30 or 40 locations. If we remember. From online boards, it says any location. Yeah, it would be any location, but like how easy is that? I don't know. I don't have a good gauge. Yeah, well, guess it does seem kind of cold to me to say that if you know her pretty well, good. Wouldn't want the poor kid thinking I don't give a rat's behind. Good, then you'll tell us what you know. Fine. See, it's like this. Got me a scoop. Wait, what am I thinking? Dang a lot of you got it. Don't let them bamboozle ya that easy. What was that about a scoop? Oh, forget it. It was none. Got myself a scoop of ice cream. How embarrassing. A professional journalist making a carefulness slip of the tongue. You have a scoop, don't you? Now tell me what it is. Dick. Alright, I got me a scoop, a big one. But I can't just go blabbering about it, y'all. I got bills to pay. She may be hiding something very important. I have to get it out of her somehow. We need to find out the details of this scoop. Well, it was vanilla and chocolate chip. It was delicious. Holding gold, 10,000? I was gonna say 20,000. 10,000, I want to say is pretty easy. 20,000 is more of a trial. There are many options. Trying to trim them down. Oh, okay. But yeah, I think 20,000 is good. Because in the last game, I think I easily got... Well... Like, I think I easily got to around... I guess it depends what you're running around and doing, right? Maybe 15,000. Oh, it was fine. Okay. She's quick to anger, but she's also quick to let key information slip. Your being scoop involves something criminal in nature, doesn't it? Might it be it didn't. Might be it did. Which isn't. This is important. Alright. You don't gotta holler at me like that. I ain't done nothing shameful or nothing. Just snuck in and did some undercover reporting. Your sneaking in is a problem. I'll be the judge of whether your actions were shameful or not. An unlawful entry into private property is very shameful indeed. In fact, it's a crime. Oof. Hey, you did the exact same thing again, genius. Oh, but I guess you're a prosecutor, huh? You're allowed to do stuff like that? Let's not mention the fact that I handed in my badge, shall we? Still, it don't amount to a whole hill of beans, right? There's folks out there that's done way worse. Murder for one, next to murder, trespass, ain't seen hardly none. So your scoop is about a murder? From your mutterings about a murder just now, I gather that your scoop has something to do with homicide? No, I just, talking all hypothetical like. You know about murder being a big one and all, and ain't nothing worse than murder. Not the most skillful evasion I've heard in my career. Look, I done told you, okay, I snuck into the auction. I'll cop to that. But murder, I don't know nothing about no murder. Ain't seen nothing, ain't heard nothing, scouts on. I don't have a clue as to how to proceed with this line. Oh, shit. This scoop of yours, does that have something to do with the auction? I didn't check. I only got enough to buy a horse. I at least bought a house, but I'm trying to remember how much a house even was. Like, did I get it for 5,000 or was it 7,000, 8,000, 10,000? I can't remember. But the point is, I had enough to buy a house. But I can't remember how much that was. So I feel like getting to 10,000 should be too easy, but 15 to 20 would be alright. More of a challenge. You know what? I clean forget, huh? But you tried to infiltrate an underground auction. But only stands to reason that you observed something. Otherwise, what would you have to write about? I don't know what to tell ya. I didn't hear none. So you heard the sound of something then? Did you hear something from Ms. Lloyd? If you didn't hear the sound of nothing, does that mean you did hear the sound of something? Something during your time in this room? Yeah. Well, see, that it wasn't nothing really, just a little noise is all. Wouldn't even make page 16, forget I mentioned it. And so something happened during the auction. I'm running out of time. I'm running out of time. Oh, okay. We're fine. We're fine. That was so close. Sorry, Wings. I'm too EP. Gotta hit the hay. No worries, Tab. Illy. Did I do your other redeems? I can't remember. Sprinkle positivity. Do it twice. Sprinkle positivity. And Chaz cute. It's not working. Shh. Chaz cute. Have a good night, Tap. Sleep well. Take care. Alright. See you tomorrow. Rest up. And we can sit and enjoy Skyrim together. How do you keep doing that? Alright, it's true. I wound up smack dab in the middle of a murder scene, but only by accident. And that's all you're getting out of me. Won't be no skeep left otherwise. The murder was heart witnessed. It must be the same murder we ourselves have been investigating. That should prove to be a very valuable piece of information indeed. Okay. Save. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba. I have her on the back foot now. Time to finish this. Something you're still not telling me. Were you really in the middle of this scene? You said you wound up in the middle of the murder scene. Is that really true? I'm a journalist. How am I gonna sell stories if folks can't trust that I'm telling the truth? I got me a motto, you know, faster than anybody, honester than everybody. A motto, huh? That could be a clue. Excellent. I need you to describe the murder in detail. It's vitally important. Heh, wish I could help y'all, but I don't rightly recall a whole bunch. Ain't much I can tell you, sorry. I mean, look at me. Can't even get my facts straight half the time. I can't imagine that being so vague on the facts is a trait valued among journalists. Surely accuracy and honesty are what's necessary when reporting on a story, you'd hope. Duh, well, you see, it seems your so-called information is not credible after all. Look, there was a murder, I was there. I can't even prove it. You can prove it, can you? How? I've got a right. Wait, you hear that? I was just talking to myself. Don't think nothing of it. Be honest, Miss Hart. I know there's something you're still not telling me. Ain't nothing left to tell, dang it. I done spilled my guts already. Okay. I know you've been keeping something from me, and that something is proof. Proof related to the murder you witnessed. Proof enough to form the basis of a story you're hoping to sell. Damn. Dang it all to heck. Give me a break, will ya? I'll come clean, okay? That's what you want, right here. I don't stand me a photo. Happy now, you better be. And that's checkmate. Well, that was easy. A lot is easy to read, though. Can't believe I let that happen, betrayed by my own big mouth. Well, it happens, but it's time to tell us everything. I saw the whole thing, watched the auction from start to finish. But you didn't just watch it, right? You took pictures, too? Yeah, about that. So like I said, I was spying on the whole thing right from the get-go. That was old shouting out bids, and somebody wins something, and bam! Down comes the hammer. Head on upstairs and pay. Shout the old ringleader, and then the whole thing starts over again. Anyhow, soon as that happened, I had to think quick. That's when I ran behind that statue and hid. And who was it that eventually appeared? Didn't see nothing, but I heard something that made me pretty sure it was whoever placed the winning bid. The sweet, sweet sound of cold, hard cash. I'm not sure I have any idea what that sounds like. The sound of someone counting bills, perhaps? Anyhow, the deal was you settled your bills up here. I heard two people yabbering for a little while. Wait, so two people came up on the elevator? You betcha. My guess is the other one was our friend the ringleader. Anyway, yabber yabber yabber, on it goes for a little while, then a scream. Well, that shook me up pretty good, so I hunkered down in my hiding place, trying to stay out of sight. So you didn't see the moment of the murder? Nah, but I heard real good. You didn't try and help whoever was being attacked? Quit trying to be funny, girlie. It don't suit you none. I'm just a dainty little journalist, all in her lonesome. You think I was fixing to jump in and save the day? Dainty. Wow, that's the part you question. Anyhow, then there was a bunch of rustling sounds right about when that happening. I got to feeling pretty bad that I was done. That makes sense, I guess. After all, I didn't remember to get out my camera and snap even a single picture. Scoops like that dropped right in my lap and I missed it. Somebody ought to tan my hide. Anyhow, then a little more time goes by and there's this kind of clattering noise. I'm there thinking, gotta get this shot this time, so I grab one real quick from the shadows there. Do I have to? Here. Oh, it's the person in the red coat. Ayer, winning. So Kay's raincoated assailant also attacked the victim here in the storeroom, then proceeded up to the roof where they assaulted Kay. Good. There's only one person in this picture. Where's the victim? Weird, huh? I wondered the same thing. Heard two people, but there was only one in the shot I got. And then I didn't see nobody nowhere else in the room neither. But that's the killer alright, leastways I'm pretty sure it is. So are we saying the victim disappeared? And how did you know it was the killer just by looking? Because they're literally red-handed with blood. How else would they get there, huh? Oh, they do have blood. Holy shit. I didn't see it, but like it's there, like all over. That's gross. Bro, clean your hands. And the oxen just carried on after that? Sure did. They just went on right along like nothing had happened. Rich folk is crazier than a box of frogs and never understand how they think. What a great sentence. Funny, I find journalists struggle to understand as well. Great, amazing. Thank you, girl. Alright, that's pretty important. Do I have anything to connect? Mystery storerooms, damsels in distress, it's got the whole lot. Could you at least try to take things a little more seriously, Vando? Yeah, I can try. But seriously, I'm as keen to help Kay out as you are. She's safe with me. You go do your thing. It's not Kay I'm worried about, it's you. Oof. Wow, this is some sturdy construction. Thick floor plate, sturdiest supports. As a rough estimate, I'd say it could hold 50 of you easily, Mr. Edgeworth. Except for the fact that it's nowhere near big enough. You say that, but pack yourself in tight enough and I think you might just do it. I really don't think so. And anyway, we have more important things to be investigating. I like how easy Emma and Edgeworth are getting along. Because I'm pretty sure in her case, so she's in like the extra DLC case in the first game. I'm pretty sure, and she doesn't interact that much with Edgeworth from my recollection. Alright, maybe I do need to like connect to these 2 points together. Guess we'll find out. I don't see the connection. If the storeroom was the actual scene of the crime, then you'd expect the body to have been up here at some point as well. Huh? Well, yeah. But think back to what Ms. Hart told us about how the customers left the auction. Do you remember? Of course, they came up from downstairs, back through the storeroom, and oh! Exactly. The killer would have had to hide the body in order to avoid its discovery. The question is, where'd they hide it? It's 110% underneath that giant statue of it. The giant head that's to the side. Emma, if you wouldn't mind putting your skills to work for me now. I'd love to. You say what you need, and I'll get right on it. Very well. But I'd like you to check for blood residue, a liminal test, in other words. Sure thing. Prepare to witness the power of science. I've never seen somebody's eyes actually sparkle with anticipation before. Alright, how about we test the ladder over there? The person had bloody hands. Ooh, I get to use it. It feels super raw to see it just appear like that. Anyway, that's a positive, but it's still faint. Spraying a couple more times should be enough to make it really stand out. Yeah, that brought it out nicely. And made it feel that much more real. Anyway, I think you've got the gist of how to look for blood traces now. You want me to keep looking? Can I just use it anywhere? Sorry, I'm trying to see if it's on any of this. Hell yeah. Matching handprints. And that's how it's done. Take a good look around and see if you can find some other places to test with the luminol. Over here, over here, over here, over here, over here. Can I look check behind you? What? No? Not over here? Yes. Sorry, it's negative. God damn it. The blood? Maybe in the suitcase? Oh, maybe in the... Ooh. No? Where's the blood though? Oh, right at the edge of it. Nice. We got a positive. There's blood here. But how come? Probably because this is where the murder was actually committed, I'd say. Oh, looks like some of it dripped and through to the room below too. Can we go down this elevator yet, or is that too suspicious? There's still places we haven't tested yet. Let's see what else we can find. Yeah, I didn't think that'd make sense. Hell yeah. No. Ooh, so they did hide the body in here. When I saw it, I was like, does that seem like a good place to hide the body? But I kind of like the idea of hiding it in the giant mask. Mr. Edgeworth, blood. But how could it have gotten there? Maybe someone put something with blood on it in here. Okay, so someone was knocked unconscious. They put him in here and then left. Pushed Kay off the roof. And then ran away, theoretically. And then the auction actually finished up and everyone left. Everyone left, and then that person came back. Maybe the person came back and then accosted Kay. Like, Kay could have been attacked as they just got up, or as they, like, came back. And then went, because I'm assuming that this elevator leads down to the room where the lower floor where the murder took place. So that means any number of people could have entered the room without needing permission by a key card. I think that's all the blood there is to be found. Alright, then that concludes this phase of the investigation. Okay, I would have liked to have done it more. But that's fine. Blood in the clothes box can only mean one thing. Then that is where the body was hidden. I'm certain of it. Wonder who won the box in the auction. I haven't the foggiest. Still, it's very helpful discovery. Now you just hold your horses. There's no way the body could have been in there. What do you mean? I took a look at that box when I got in here. looked to be just about the perfect size for a little hide-and-go-seek if the need arose. Maybe it would have been if I could have opened it. But it was wrapped in chains and locked out tight. I ain't no escapement-apologist. The murder happened just a little after I scooped it out, so can't nobody have put no body in there. Wrapped in chains and locked up tight, you say? That's odd. Because it doesn't look to be wrapped in chains any longer. Huh? Well, slap my head and call me silly. Could've swore it was, though. I think we've examined all we can for now. Great. Time to see what's waiting down below. Shaking a leg already, are we, Miles? Okie dokie. Hey, K-Meister. Yes, Mr. Fender? We're about ready to move out, so I want you to stick with me, okay? Can't have you getting lost. Of course, I'll be sure to stay close. When did those two start getting along so well? I love them. Look at them all in the elevator. I love them. Goes down into the room below. There we go. Proof. Told you. Hang on, but that's where the blood smear was on the ground, right? So that means, was someone crushed underneath this? God, okay. We'll see. What? Mr. Edgeworth? This room. This is the auction room? No, this is the committee chamber. Ha 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 ha. Wait to drop right into my lap, Kate Faraday. You've got real guts, I'll give you that. Arrest her, men. Arrest her right now. Wait, but she's... As for the rest of the riffraff, throw them out into the streets where they belong. Wow. Intense, let's go. I love Lotta. I like that all of them are defending her, even though Lotta's there just for a story. I don't know, it's crazy that she's like, I don't have a story unless I have a photo. And it's like, no, you have still a pretty good story, I'm just saying. You can't do this, this is going way overboard. But yeah, what's she saying? Bless. Oh, Miles, this isn't looking good, I gotta say. Let's see how the blinding light of justice. I like how Gumshoe still got slapped. So what did I do? You have to forgive me. I meant to hit a certain cowardly ex-prosecutor. She doesn't like the hit, Miles. You weren't aiming for him. You were aiming straight at me. Something keeps getting in my way. Something. Right there. Franziska. So, what are you doing here, Mr. Ex-Prosecutor? Thanks, sister. I still believe Kay to be innocent. And we're supposed to care what you believe. You'll no longer have the right to have an opinion. Wow, so rude. I am Franziska von Karma, and I have no intention of stopping here or now. And you chose to stop by giving up your badge, and so our game has already come to an end. Game. I love her. Franziska is a doll. We love Franziska. She's like, Franziska is really interesting because she's like, she starts off as being a little bit of an asshole, but she's like, you know, she really cares. Like, when she really cares about Miles in particular, right? She's always like very much like, even though she's like steel, so to speak, she's like steel. She's like, she has a soft spot for her basically, her older brother basically, because they were raised up together. So my badge was an obstacle to proceeding along the road I have chosen. I haven't stopped. I've simply cleared the way ahead. Also, shoutouts to all the reused sprites from this and the previous game. She doesn't like hitting Edgeworth even now. Yeah, I think I think I've only seen her hit him like twice or something. I still don't know if I prefer Shinjishka with Maya or Adrian Andrews. I don't know, I kinda like her with Gumshoe. Like, I'm on the Gumshoe train. And now I'm free to follow that road, all the way to the truth. So don't you think for a second that my conviction has changed? I'm every bit as dedicated as I ever was. You seem to think you know what lies at the end of this road to the truth. In that case, I demand that you show me. I'll explain my current theory first, and if your road fails to lead anywhere, my whip will happily guide it. I love her. Gumshoe belongs with Maggie. I know that, but I'm just saying, like, as I said, like, yesterday on stream, like, she calls him Scruffy, and I think that's weirdly endearing, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, like, Gumshoe is an idiot, but she goes along with calling him Scruffy, and which is not an outright insult. Like, I don't know, I think it's kind of endearing, but I do agree that Maggie is great for Gumshoe. Because I do think that age, yeah, there's a big age gap between those two. But it's kind of cute. It's kind of cute. The victim used her keycard and entered this chamber with her killer. She was then stabbed and with the candelabrum by culprit and subsequently died as a result. We know the identity of the murderer thanks to the letters she exchanged with the victim. And now we know the location of the murder is here in the committee trial room chamber. Do we though? Do we? The blood on the floor of this room proves my theory. Game set match. Miles Edgeworth. QED? What's QED? Seems pretty confident, huh? Yeah, she doesn't lack the courage of her convictions, that's for certain. And I gotta say, I kinda dig that vibe. I could even give her a no hard feeling. Pathetic. Well, Miles Edgeworth, do you think you can bring my case crashing down around my ears? If you really have found the road to the truth, perhaps you'd be so kind as to point me towards it. Aww. I like how this is her basically being like, hey, tell me the facts. That's basically what she's saying. She's basically saying, tell me the truth. She's telling me, tell me the facts, because she knows that that's incorrect. Like, she's just saying it in the broadest way possible. Latin abbreviation. Basically, thus it is proven. Also, the power and the intelligence imbalance would lead to a horrendous power imbalance and unhealthy relationship. That's fair. Also, the fact that she would constantly be, like, out all the time. Like, she's around, like, jumping from country to country every, like, 2 to 3 days, and he's at home, like, okay, well, I got my ramen noodles all prepared, and a cold bed for me. Poor buddy. I mean, a cold bed is a good thing, so... I'd love a cold bed right now. It's fucking hot. I'll be very happy to. Settle in, Francisca. I'm about to pave that road with incontrovertible evidence. The question is, what part do I want to refute here? Used a keycard and entered this chamber. So what evidence do I have? Sorry, I need to kind of like figure out what evidence I do have. Like, we know there's an entrance into the other room, right? But I don't think that actually is a thing. That's not really like a statement here. Okay. So not that sentence. She was then stabbed with a candelabrum by the culprit, subsequently died as a result. We know the identity of the murderer thanks to the letters she exchanged with the victim. And we know the location of the murderer is here in the committee trial room. The blood on the floor. See, here with this statement, I could present this. I'm saving. I think that makes sense because it's kind of like if the blood happened up top, then it makes sense that it kind of seeped down into the lower room below, which is here.
Objection!
Okay, we're on the same page. Happy. If I remember correctly, the blood discovered in this room was located at the foot of the Goddess of Justice statue. Murder under the gaze of the divine, a brazen act, even for a cold-blooded killer. Except that may not be the true at all. Take a look at this if you would. It's a blood stain we discovered in the storeroom directly above the committee chamber. As you can see, the blood we found looks to have dripped through the floor below, and the elevator it dripped down from descends directly to the foot of the statue. Ah, you notice. Then you agree that the murder cannot in fact have happened in this room. Can I just say, right now, I want nothing more than to kind of take Francesca and be like, hey, you know that smuggling ring you're trying to find and defeat? Yeah, the shit that we've, like, from previous cases is upstairs. Like, come on, we need to go investigate this room immediately. You'll be, like, there's money up there and everything too. Like, I'm kind of ashamed that they're not all like, hey, we should investigate this clear smuggling room upstairs. I guarantee you, by the time we get to the end of this, someone else is going to manage to get into the other room, clear it all out of, like, stuff, and then leave or something. I put it to you that the victim was killed in this room above, and only afterward was still moved down here. The goddess of justice did not witness a murder. She witnessed a killer trying to cover their tracks. Why is she smiling? Sorry, I was just thinking back to a very similar situation. Well done, Miles Edgeworth. You've proven yourself to be even more foolish than I thought. Mr. Edgeworth is nothing but a fool, sir, and you know it. Yo-yoch. Have you forgotten the picture you just showed me, or are you really that airheaded? Even a cursory glance knows there's far more blood here, in the committee chamber, than upstairs. Now it's whipped and ignored again. You're trying to tell me that all of that blood dripped down from above, Miles Edgeworth. Just please let me show you the storage room and then Interpol can take this case over. Exactly! Exactly. If it had, your storeroom stain would need to be 10 times as big. That's fair. It's a fair point. I say the murder happened down here. There's no way it could have happened anywhere else. As insightful as ever, Francesca, but you've played right into my hands. Have we? What's going on? I'm gonna save, just from course. How so? You are correct. There's far less blood upstairs than one would expect. The question is, why? A trifling detail in the face of my previous explanation. Alas, your explanation doesn't account for why there was blood in the storeroom in the first place. Surely you don't think some splatter managed to shoot itself all the way up there, do you? Whoa! Like some crazy fountain of blood? No way. No way indeed. It's completely impossible. So how about this? What if this explains the difference in the amounts of blood observed? There's far more blood in the committee chamber than in the storeroom above because the weapon was removed here. The victim was stabbed here. The victim was stabbed upstairs. I would say the victim was stabbed here. Like they were knocked unconscious upstairs and then moved down here and killed. Right? I mean, sure, removing the blood would definitely cause a gush of blood. But there's obviously signs of the person being knocked unconscious pretty severely. Oh no, wait, no, it says... Wait, hold up, that's not right. Head injury sustained post-mortem, so it's gotta be afterwards. So it must be the first one. 3 puncture wounds on the left side of the inflicted by a cannon. Also suffered a head injury post-mortem. Wait, no, post. Pre. No, it'd be pre-mortem. It's the post-mortem, so it's after they're killed. Wonder what the burn mark means. Okay, so it's gotta be the first one here. The victim died of 3 stab wounds, wounds that would have bled profusely. Exactly, as proven by the amount of blood we found on the floor of this room. But that doesn't make sense. Not if she was stabbed in the storeroom. Silence, you half-baked, harebrained rookie. Hey, harebrained is a little... A stab wound bleeds heaviest at one particular point in time. Oh, I know. When the weapon is removed, right? Precisely. I believe the body was brought down to the committee chamber with the candelabrum still in its chest. And then, when it was finally removed, it created the difference in the amount of blood we see between the two locations. Why? What was the killer trying to do? I imagine they were trying to give the impression that the murder happened down here. Hi, Austin. As we know, Ms. Ringer's keycard was used late last night. Yeah. Judging by the time listed in the record, I'd hazard a guess that it was used by the killer when they entered the room to create their elaborate setup. But why would they have needed to do all of this in the first place? Perhaps because a person with a face to hide would fear the storeroom being found in the investigation. If they were involved in the underground auction, they couldn't afford to have their dirty secrets exposed. Underground auction? I was gonna say, has she been told this yet? You should take a look at the storeroom for yourself. The items out there tell quite a tough story. One that could more than explain what was going on here last night. It's almost endearing, Miles Edgeworth. How desperately you want to protect your friend. There's something just beneath the surface of this case. Something bigger than all of us. And Kay's only crime was to have the bad fortune to fall right into the middle of it. That's quite the hyperbolic. Fuck. I'm not really good with saying the word hyperbole. That's the hyperbolic. That doesn't sound right. Claim, Miles Edgeworth. Just move on. No, don't say this word. Hyperbolic? Maybe it's just hyperbolic. I'm not sure. Me? Surely you're the one making a mountain out of my perfectly reasonable molehill. You're working with Interpol on international cases, so why are you investigating a domestic murder? I'll tell you why. Because this case has something to do with a smuggling ring you've been chasing. You followed the trail of items being smuggled by the ring and wound up here. Tell me, am I wrong? Tell me that the something I sense isn't related to any of this. I'm very happy to learn that your giving up your badge didn't completely relieve you of your senses. Thank you. Scruffy here told me about the circumstances that led up to that, by the way. Thanks, Gumshoe. This is the least I could do for you, sir. Sorry, sir. I just thought about help, you know. You did the right thing, detective. Cute. So am I right, Franziska? Is this incident a part of the broader case you're working? Was the underground auction already on Interpol's radar? Wouldn't you like to know, but you don't need to know, and so you won't. Thank you. And then you knew, didn't you? But yes, she says it as it's a hyperbole. There it is, Han. Hyperbolic. It is hyperbolic. What? But when you said hyperbolic, what? It has the stress on bol. Yes, not per. You were right initially. Hyperbolic. Fuck my life. But you can't say hyperbole when you're saying the word. It's like hyperbole. But as soon as it becomes hyperbolic, fuck. That's bullshit. What do you mean? Oh, I hate that. Why? I love that all like you both just like dived in to be like, hey, by the way, I hate that. Oh, I hate that. Why? No wonder I struggle at the English language. And then you knew that the auction was being held here in this chamber. Hey, y'all, mind if I butt in for a second? Yes, actually, we're in the middle of something. Y'all, victim over there, the lady in the white? You. She remembers her. Hey, let a girl finish, will ya? No good butting in the pain in the end, you know what? Yeah, well, this leopard sure ain't changed her spots. I don't remember these two meeting, but I guess they do at some point in the second game. Can't remember. I love her. Your testimony is not required, and neither is your presence. What do you mean? I'm a journalist. You can't. Ow. You're a liar, is what you are. You lied under oath that one time. Oh yeah, she's very bad at it. Seems like Miss Von Karma's none too fond of Miss Hart, huh? I don't think she's her biggest fan, no. What's she called? Ringer, right? She was a member of this old committee? Well, she's dressed exactly like the ringleader of that secret auction. Hey, stop it. Stop whipping me, dang it. What is the meaning of this interruption? Miles Edgeworth, explain. Miss Hart here helped us out by describing how the auctioneer was dressed. And it seems they were wearing the exact same outfit as the victim, Ms. Rosie Ringer. But that would mean the victim was also the ringleader. Which is lies. Now, how about we just calm down, sir? It seems I have some new information to consider. It's true that I came here to investigate the underground auction, but to arrest its head of operations, the auctioneer. Well, we know it's not the auctioneer because it's a male's suit on a female. But if Miss Hart is to be believed, the ringleader is dead. I guess that means your journey here today was wasted. I suppose it does, nonetheless. I, Franziska von Karma, I refuse to leave empty-handed. Time for a rematch, Miles Edgeworth. Fine by me. But you may find that your whip will go sorely underused this round. Let's go. When people struggle with words I know, I like to try and help. Thanks. Sorry, I wasn't really looking at chat that much. I have finished the list. Good on you. Yeah, English is bullshit sometimes. Fuck yeah, it is. Oh, my tummy hurts. Why does the tummy hurt? Oh. Fine, I accept your little explanation. That would make the storeroom the actual scene of the crime, yes? In which case, the murderer is someone connected to the auction. And if the photographer is to be believed, the victim was the auctioneer and the culprit was an attendee. The killer lay in wait for the victim in the storeroom where the exchange of illicit goods was to take place. Sorry, I'm not really reading this. I'm gonna have to reread it, but it's fine because this is a testimony. Then they stabbed the victim in the chest with a piece of merchandise, the candelabrum. Yeah? There. Does that about sum it up? Because I won't be accepting rebuttals. I'm afraid you might have to. There's a serious hole in your testimony. There is? I didn't spot any. Good thing you're the one in charge here, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright then, time to fight back. We have to win this for us. And I will. Time to take Franziska's testimony to task. Now the only thing I gotta figure out is how to invite people into the bingo room when we make it. You don't have to invite people to the bingo room. You just, like, go into the bingo room, you make the room, and then we join it. You know how you joined the other day? You had to just open up the website and find the room, the name of the room, which would be, like, Skyrim Bingo. And then we'll all load into it, right? Such a little explanation that would make the storeroom the actual scene of the crime, yes. In which case, the murderer is someone connected to the auction. And if the photographer is to be believed, the victim was the auctioneer and the culprit was an attendee. The killer laid in wait for the victim in the storeroom. The killer lay in wait for the victim in the storeroom, where the exchange of illicit goods was to take place, then stabbed the victim in the chest with a piece of merchandise, the candelabrum. What am I missing here? This is the, wait, no, not this line. It's this line that I doubt. Because obviously there's the fact that the lady is wearing an obviously male outfit. Well, they talked about how the buttons are on the wrong side, so there's a good chance that the actual person switched outfits with the person. I'm not quite sure. Probably need to push on something, but... Yeah, but you had a link. That took me straight there. So do I copy and paste the link of the room? I guess so. I didn't think that's what I did, but I guess. Ugh.
Hold this!
Do you believe that the victim and the ringleader were one and the same? I do, and the murderer was. Why are you asking her now? This is just the same exact thing yourself, dummy. Don't give me that horse feed. You got caught saying something stupid, you got a little laugh and move on with your day. The murderer was one of the auction. Wait, hold on. You get caught saying something stupid, you get the murderer was one of the auctioneer attendees. What? You don't got notes for our little friend here on the, after that performance over his? Of course, assuming that our friend, the photographer's words, can be trusted. I can't tell if they love or hate one another. Can you imagine? Okay, sure, she doesn't care. What piece of evidence do I want to contradict here?
Objection!
She thinks it happened afterwards. Oh, perfect! I believe we can reasonably assume that the murder took place after the auction had concluded. Well, that's incorrect, because that's not what Lotta claimed. Again, I can't trust everything Lotta claims, but it's pretty close. 11 attendees were all wearing masks. Auction continued even after the murder occurred. Yeah.
Objection!
There we go. It seems you're one step behind yet again, Francesca. How so? The auctioneer was not in fact the victim, and I can prove it. This is the statement Ms. Hart gave us. Well, if she made it, it's not worth the air she used to say it. I told ya, I done told ya I'm a journalist. Dang, now my word is youch. Did I ask you to open your mouth? Pardon, sorry. Calm down and listen for a second, Francesca. Miss Hart witnessed at least some of the events surrounding the murder, and she confirmed the auction continued even after the murder had occurred. You bet it did. Went right on like nothing had happened at all. How would that have been possible without an auctioneer, It wouldn't. So you see, the victim couldn't have been the auctioneer. She was one of the attendees. No. As I've been saying since the start, there's no way Kay can be the murderer, because she had been pushed down the hatch by her assailant and knocked unconscious by that time. So then, who was the victim really? Well, if the auction carried on after the murder, the victim must not have been the auctioneer, but an attendee. That's enough. I know that sound all too well by this point. Hey, Judge Gavelle. Order in the courtroom. All rise for the chairman. Oh, fuck him. Oh, there's no need for all that pomp and circumstance verity. Please, everyone, feel free to call me Celsius. Yes, that'll do nicely. Alright, Celsius, what are you doing here? Oh, I just stopped by to see how my bone-headed boy was getting along. They say there are all sorts of families, but I'm not sure those two are what they meant. I thought I might need to light a fire under this investigation, but it looks not. Can I just say, I'm just saying, like, I'm just saying, you know, red coat. you know, red looking coat. I don't know how you'd fit that much hair underneath it. But it's definitely dang suspicious. The suspect! I mean, I already suspect this guy of doing the murder, let's face it, but there's still more to do. The suspect everyone's searching high and low for is right back where we started. Man, detain the suspect immediately. Wait, Miss Ferrante is innocent. Shut your meddling mouth! Why is the fire going up so big? That's not a normal lighter, is it? You're becoming something of a problem, Miles, my boy. I thought I told you. The committee wants this matter cleared up as soon as possible. It's a matter of trust. We can't have our organization be seen to drag its feet. It's bad for us, and it's bad for me too, personally. Sorry, it's my age. Your unlawful investigation ends here, and it will not be permitted to resume. In case you have forgotten, you are no longer a prosecutor. You have no authority here. And what's more, there is the matter of you aiding and abetting a suspect. Yeah, listen, I did do it, but that's fine. So I copy erased the link of the room. Oh wait, I read that already. Okay, shh. Sorry. She's right, of course, as always. You really are a godsend, Verity. Everything I do knowingly, and you wish to prosecute me for it. Be my guest, but know this. We have uncovered a new suspect, this person here. Ms. Ferrante was attacked by this— Overruled. You can stop right there, Mr. Edgeworth. The roving coat in your picture was discovered nearby a short while ago. The victim's blood was found on the hood, along with some cherry blossom petals. Cherry blossom petals, like the ones on the roof? Yes, and they were stuck to the edges of the bloodstain, probably due to the blood being fresh at the time. A result came back, my boy, so there's no mistaking it. The person in your picture is the victim, Miss Rosie Ringer. Wait, what? The victim? What? So they did switch outfits. Interesting. Interesting. No, that completely undermines our entire case. All of our assumptions were based on the person in the red coat being the killer. But if they were the victim instead, it's almost like they switched clothing. And then Kay remains at the top of the suspect list. Miss Ferrade, you testified to have encountered a person in a red coat up on the roof, correct? Yes, I did. We now know the person was the murder victim, and you are the only person we know of who came into contact with her. Since one of you wound up dead, I think we all know how that encounter went. Objection! No, Kay was attacked by that person. She is the victim here, not the aggressor. Overruled. As far as I recall, we have yet to see any evidence that proves she was attacked as you claimed. Other than her having amnesia, what are you talking about?
Why does she have a weirdly long mallet?
She's a judge, so it goes tum-tum, but she has an extender.
Right.
And then goes whoosh. She's crazy.
Okay.
Look, I hate this gavel, bitch. I know you do. I know you do. Don't worry. Hi.
Hi.
Bedtime?
Yeah.
Good
It's
on
for
you.
me. I'm sleepy.
Yay. Have a good night, though.
Thank you.
Have a good night. Take care. Leave my door open. Think all. Try and get as much cool air in this house as possible tonight. The air has finally cooled down outside, so I need to try and get cool air in. And even if such proof existed, Ms. Ringer simply have been acting in self-defense. Well, you can't just jump to conclusions like that. Kay is innocent. But I'm not. Kay? I'm not innocent. I don't want to believe it, but I remembered something. Hearing about the raincoat brought it back. It's just a flash, but I remember what I saw now, right when it happened. The murderer, it was me. You don't know that. No! I remember looking down and the person in the red raincoat was on the ground. What does this mean? It was me, Mr. Edgeworth. It was me all along. It wasn't you. I'm the murderer. I'm the murderer. No, you're not. You can't be. Then what am I? Why do I have a memory? Why do I have a memory like that? They were on the floor in front of me. There was a pool of blood. Kay is already traumatized enough. This is devastating. Why was I just standing there? Why didn't I do something? I know why. It's because I was the killer. Nah. It's bullshit. This court recognizes the legitimacy of the accused memory. What? But you said you didn't believe her like 5 minutes ago. Overruled. I commend you on your bravery, Ms. Faraday. It will not go unrewarded. Praise be to the goddess of justice for her many blessings. Yes, Franziska. As an official representative of Interpol, I hereby request that the suspect be overruled. We don't have time for this. We must arrest Kay Faraday this instant. How dare you take that tone with me? This is a gross overreach of authority. I demand you give us more time to investigate. You say my investigation is unlawful. What could be more unlawful than this? Unfortunately, you no longer speak for the law. Indeed you don't, but I do, you little fuck. And while I can't help but be moved by your dedication to your friend, I have to agree with Verity. Speaking of the law, it seems there is one other we must arrest. Oh yes, almost forgot. Miles. Yeah, Miles kind of needs to be arrested at this point. What are you talking about? Mr. Edgeworth was just doing his job. He didn't do anything wrong. He did actually. He's a prosecutor investigating a crime. Kind of unlawful. Just a little. He wasn't doing squat! By which I mean to say, unfortunately, Miles is no longer serving in any kind of official capacity. Fuck. Ugh, they are criminals. This bitch. Judge on the take. You went too far this time, Mr. Edgeworth. You conducted an unlawful investigation. Worst, you aided and abetted the flight of a suspect. You are no longer even an ex-prosecutor. You are a criminal, nothing more. Oh, that reminds me. There was supposed to be a hearing today, wasn't there? Concerning your conduct. I'll make sure it's officially rescheduled for tomorrow, although I fear I already know the outcome. Look at this as an opportunity to reflect on your actions, Miles. A chance to really think long and hard. Fuck you. This court is adjourned. Does Franziska really not have any authority here? I hate this. I don't blame you, girl. I don't like it either, but... Oh yes, we're in jail. Let's go. We're in the jail that the other dude died in. I hope they blocked up the hole in the floor. Never thought I'd spend another night in here again. And they stripped me of all the evidence we'd so painstakingly gathered. Even if they did let me keep Kay's Yatagarasu pin. I can't help but worry about her. I'd better be treating her well. Murder? Yeah. Flashback. Doesn't mean that you did the crime. Doesn't mean you did the crime, dude. You have amnesia. Come on, let's go. You've got a visitor. A visitor? Who? Fender. Oh, no, Gumshoe. Someone by the name of Dick Gumshoe. Want me to send him away? No, though I'm not sure what to even say to him. April 6th. So this is the next day. Yes, yes. Right there. They're leaving me unsupervised. Forgive the intrusion. Oh! Oh! Guys, this is it, the comeback. Let's go. Judge Gavin. The comeback, let's go. Please, Mr. Edgeworth, take a seat. Oh my god. Please. Please be good. Please be good. What are you doing here? I was told it was Detective Gumshoe. I imagined you wouldn't come if you knew it was me. What could she possibly want from me now? I suppose I'd better find out. You may not be aware of this, but you are only permitted to meet with specially approved visitors. Sorry, fucked up. I was waiting for Phoenix, bro. I wish for Phoenix too, but alas. Phoenix would make totally so much sense here. Like, if he was accused of a crime, I feel like Phoenix would be like, I'll defend you no matter what. He's already done it once. What am I saying? Ugh, can we light that bitch on fire? No, trust. She better be fixing the fuck up she made. I trust, okay? She may be an idiot, but she's gotta be an asshole for a reason. So I'm to be treated like a dangerous criminal, am I? I suppose my reputation has rather plummeted. It has indeed, for you of course, and your friends. That attorney and the other girl were raising quite the fuss earlier. The other girl? You mean Emma? Fender and Emma. I saw them launch some extremely heated words at one of the guards. Can you imagine Emma and like Fender being like, I fucking hate you! Like, let Miles go, otherwise I'll come after you, cunt! And Emma's like, yeah, what he said. Just start like saying swears left and right. No, you didn't. You may thank the goddess in that regard, for even she is too busy to deal with each and every infraction. They will not be punished for their bad behavior. Did you come here just to chit-chat with me? You must have a lot of time on your hands. Oh, speaking of which, Miss Von Karma is continuing the investigation where you left off. Bless. Best sister. Other than my system. I just thought you would like to know. I figured you would be worried about how they were all doing. I hate to admit it, but she read me like a book. Let's cut to the chase, Your Honor. Why are you really here? I'm here simply to talk, nothing more. There's something I wish to know about you. Me? Yes. Who else? Objectively speaking, you are highly intelligent and quick-witted. And a born prosecutor at that. Please, Judge Gambit, your sarcastic praise is but salt to my wounds. But I sincerely mean every word, Mr. Edgeworth, and it is why I fail to understand you. Take this latest case, for example. You were up against the very committee itself. You had no hope of succeeding. Even a child could have seen that, and yet... I don't imagine the old me could have ever been so reckless. The old me had power, and because of that I thought that justice was always on my side. Just as you and the committee believe now. But a certain person changed my mind. He made me reckon with my selfish and skewed sense of justice. Bless Phoenix, right? I love the fact that he keeps saying a certain person, like it's not his husband back at home. And once the scales had fallen from my eyes, the scales? What? I began to look at people differently. Once the scales had fallen from my eyes, I had scales over the top of them. It's kind of gross. I saw that I was only able to be an effective prosecutor thanks to the efforts of those around me. That's cute. It's better be Phoenix. Detective Gumshoe, the many investigative officers of the force, and even Kay. It changed me. The degree to which it changed me still surprises me to this day. I see. Thank you. I feel that perhaps I understand you a little better now. You understand me? I highly doubt it. Someone who is so focused on forcing their idea of justice onto others can't possibly see what I see. It's so true, guys. The infamous that man. I know, right? They just always say a certain person, a certain man, a man in my life, my husband, the love of my life. Is that so? Is that what you truly believe? I will say one thing. This has been a very interesting conversation. That is all. Before I go, there is one remaining matter. I was asked to inform you that the date of your hearing has been confirmed. It will be held today in the trial chamber. The committee sends its warmest regards. If that was all you had to tell me, you could have just sent a message. And entrust the goddess's word to another? That wouldn't do now, would it? She totally is being blackmailed. Why? Why? What'd she say wrong? Hate her. Why do you think she's blackmailed? Until then, Mr. Edgeworth, I'll see you again very shortly. Bye-bye. My detention center is my favorite place to be. I love being in my own holding cell. It's always amazing and pretty, as you can see. It's my own little place. Fuck, I was gonna end. It's my own little place of hell. I fucking tried, guys. Okay, I failed. Hey, this is my holding cell. It is my own private hell. Okay, we did better. Better. Well, what do I do now? Can I check underneath the bed? Ba. Suppose we'll never get to work together again, but I don't have any regrets about the bed I've made. I will follow my own path to the end. The window is barred with heavy steel. Reminds me of a movie I saw once. A prisoner inmate hatched a plot to escape by using file to cut his cell bars. I won't be doing that, of course. For one thing, I don't have a file on me at the moment. What am I saying? I wouldn't do it even if I had one. Toilet. There's a menu on the table here. What looks good? Spaghetti and mac and cheese lunch at Linguini for only $1. Basmati and brown rice special for a limited time only, and regular white rice at no extra cost. It's probably for the best I'm not very hungry. I've barely spent any time in here, and already I can feel my personal appearance slipping. I may have given up my badge, but I mustn't give up on myself. My collar, it's slightly creased. There, a tidy outside begets a tidy inside. Fair. Which is why it's more important now than ever to take care of myself. Cute. I guess I inspect the toilet. There's a note on the wall next to the toilet. Sorry, we're currently out of toilet paper. Please make the necessary mental preparations before using the toilet. Mental preparations, I understand. What sort of mental preparations can one even make? Surely I've investigated everything. Alright, go to bed. Edgeworth assuming she's forcing her sense of justice onto others and she's making "you are mistaken" noises, which implies someone else is forcing her on it, and we've seen how much of an ass her boss is. True? Or she genuinely believes her delusions about her opinion being justice. Well, sometimes you need someone else to widen your eyes. What am I doing? The door? There's a poster on the corridor outside. We regret to announce that due to the warden's arrest, the Die of Destiny game will be discontinued. It's so loud. Sorry, I have my window open still. Doesn't seem implausible. I agree. Edgeworth look, some of us struggle with the tidiness in all areas. Inmates will no longer need to roll a die every morning to determine their meals for the day. What? We wholeheartedly apologize to those who were looking forward to their daily casting of the die. Did anyone really need an apology for the cessation of such a ridiculous idea in the first place? There we are. Okay. Oh, thank goodness you seem alright. That's a load off my mind.
Oh, such a heart-warming scene. It's enough to make a grown man cry.
But you're still not your usual cheery. I mean, you have to stay positive, Kay. You didn't do anything wrong. In fact, I guarantee you didn't.
No, you have to let it go. I'm the murderer. I know that now.
But you're not. You can't be. Why don't you have any faith in yourself?
Can I, Mr. Edgeworth, when there is no me left to believe in? Oh.
Not at all. I don't think that's true. Before you lost your memory, we spent quite a bit of time together, and I dare say you left quite the impression on me. So you see, there's still plenty of you left.
Oh, that's so cute.
That's why I believe so much in your innocence and why you should believe in yourself too.
Thank you. But I can't. It would just cause more pain for the both of us. Please, you have to forget her. Forget that, Kay. She's gone.
No. Kay, no.
You remind me of my younger self, you know, so noble, so bold.
Yes, this is the justice you and the committee stand for.
Justice, I suppose you could call it that.
What is he up to? Why is he going to such lengths to control everything?
Probably for evil reasons. Like Trump.
I can't shake the feeling that something is very wrong here. Is there some hidden agenda at play? Oh, this is no time to second guess myself. If I'm going to find out what it is, it's now or never. It's now or never. I wanna live forever. Why is the chairman so intent on seeing Kay charged with this murder? It doesn't make any sense. There must be some rhyme or reason to this madness.
Oh, great.
Oh no, boys! I'm a busy, important man, you know. A little bitch too.
Wait, what happened to Kay? She lost her memory. So the night the murder happened, she was knocked unconscious, and lost her memory. She has temporary amnesia. And he, sorry, I can barely sit correctly. She just walked into a cell, or I guess so. She was just going to another place. Just being escorted around. And yeah, she was found the next morning wandering around with no memory, and then she was taken to the hospital, and the hospital took her to Miles Edgeworth because she had one of his cards in her pocket. Oh yeah, no, she was just there to basically demoralize him and then leave, and then he's like, and then Miles is like, hang on a second, could we have a chat? Let's start by trying to figure out why he rushed to have Kay arrested so quickly. This is gonna take some time. Give me a second, guys.
Why were you so keen to push through Kay's arrest? I've yet to hear a satisfactory response.
An explanation? I'm not quite sure what you mean.
Don't give me that, you know what I mean.
Can you put the fire away, mate?
And suppose we let your friend go free, what then?
What do you mean, what then?
Think how that would look, my boy. Hal would have to take the blame. Me, that's who. You're right to keep your mouth shut. That way you won't say anything foolish.
Fuck. I fucked up. Oh, wait. I skipped over that, but I just saw the sentence long enough.
Coming along nicely. That's a pretty strange way of putting it. It's almost as if you wanted Kay's arrest to happen. It certainly doesn't sound like the statement of an impartial representative of the law.
You think so? Well, that wasn't my intention. Has it occurred to you that you might just be overthinking things a little?
Chairman Winner certainly knows how to dodge a question, but it doesn't change the fact that serious doubts remain concerning case arrest. You press him on whether he really believes the investigation was sufficient. Oh, okay. You can't allow any of his statements to go unexamined, so no matter how trivial they may seem. Okay. Save. One of the main... Give us the breakthrough we need. How much time did you spend investigating? You were the one calling the shots, weren't you? Kay is innocent. How much time was spent on your investigation altogether?
Well, now, let's see. You know what? I'm sure I can remember.
I'm sure you can. You won't bluster your way out of this one.
It's not bluster, my boy. I honestly don't recall. It's a problem when you get to my age, you see. Even I forget my own son's name sometimes.
How old are you? Hang on, can I see how old you are? Oh, I don't have my evidence. Never mind your fool of a son, answer me. How long did you spend on the investigation?
You're right, of course, the boy is a fool. I never meant for him to grow up like that, but oh, woe is me.
He's only too happy to derail the conversation no matter where I take it. Oh. You can hardly say your investigation was sufficient. And you're the one who called all the shots, weren't you? Including the decision to have Kay arrested?
Oh, I'm afraid I'm nowhere near as influential as you think, dear boy.
You're the chairman of the committee. It doesn't get much more influential than that. I'm fine. Oh. I'm trying not to put pressure on my arm. Oh, I'm getting real sleepy. Okay. 50 more minutes. I hear about it soon. Not that I care about such things.
You wound me. It's enough to drive an old man to tears.
You'll have to forgive me. I'm not the differential type.
Well, if you're going to insist on being so blunt, then I'm afraid you won't be seeing your prosecutor badge anytime soon.
Let me make something clear once and for all. That badge isn't the be-all and end-all for me, far from it. And I'm not concerned with titles or roles, even you must understand that much.
So young, so very young. A word of advice, Miles, from somebody who's been around the block. You're hopelessly naive, my boy. Naive spelled incorrectly, funnily enough.
It's kind of spelled correctly, but it's missing that fancy I.
Idiotically so.
Well, that certainly got under his skin. He might be less guarded in his answers when he's in this state.
Okay.
Has its limits, you know.
What a coincidence. So does mine. Now answer the question.
Oh, the youth these days, won't to be, won't. What am I reading?
The youth these days are wont to be reckless.
Makes you want to put you in your place. You're going to regret that, my boy.
Can you stop burning evidence?
Well, maybe you do know your place after all. What's the matter? Scared? Oh.
Hardly. I was just thinking about how to best proceed. Getting answers from the elderly requires sensitivity. They can get quite emotional after all.
You have no common sense whatsoever, do you? Don't you understand your fate rests in my hands?
Stop burning evidence. Bide my time.
Let's say you do manage to get some answers from me. There's nothing you can do with them, so why not give it up, dear boy?
No.
And why not?
And simple, because I'm not about to let the truth escape me.
Interesting. I think I begin to see what makes you tick. What are you doing is pointless, tragically, and miserably pointless. Please, just give up. She's guilty. The decision has been made.
What makes you think so?
Once again, your choice of words intrigues me. It's almost as if Kay's guilt had already been determined from before her arrest.
This is a long piece.
What are you trying to imply?
Okay, we're getting there. Why is he burning evidence? I don't know. That's a criminal offense. I know. He just burns paper for fun. Pyro. I'm implying that things haven't gone as they normally should. In fact, everything has proceeded as if case arrest was the end goal right from the very start. Well, Chairman Winner, was it?
That's certainly an intriguing theory. But it's also a complete work of fiction. I'm afraid I don't have the time for flights of fancy. I think it's time we brought this shabby farce to an end, don't you?
No, he's trying to make his escape. Must confirm the legalities of case arrest before he slips away.
Why would you sit and, like, keep having this conversation? If you're the bad guy, wouldn't you just say, like, fuck off, you know? We all know that the guiltiest people stay silent. We also know the most innocent people stay silent, so silence doesn't prove guiltiness. It's a problem.
Wait, we're not done.
I'm tired of all this talking, so make it brief, will you?
Based on everything I've heard from you so far, it's clear case arrest is entirely unfounded.
Yes, I think we're all familiar with that particular refrain of yours by now. But I'm afraid it doesn't matter either way. You don't have what it takes to secure her release somehow.
Some people's egos can't help themselves. That's very true. Have you taken your meds, Aylin?
How dare you take this so lightly as a man of the law?
My, aren't you a little rude, little boy? But my fuse is only so long. Honestly speaking, I don't have the time to waste on every last question you could dream of. I have certain responsibilities to attend to, you know, I'm quite busy, man.
Or are you just pretending to be?
Yes, waiting for them to kick in. Good.
That's an awful thing to say to a fragile old man. I work harder than I should at my age.
What is your age?
I ask you, my boy, what could I even hope to accomplish by putting up such a pretense?
You're trying to make me feel sorry for you. You're hoping to avoid talking about the case. Find out how legal case arrest. You're trying to make me feel sorry. I'm trying to avoid talking about the case.
You obviously don't want me to talk about the case anymore. That's why you're so keen to get out of this conversation, isn't it?
Okay.
It's just so tragic, it really is, that you would suspect me of such things.
It's not a suspicion, it's a certainty. There are no clear grounds on which to base case arrest for a start.
I'm gonna save here because I'm nervous. The mask, the letter, the corsage, they were all in her possession. Right?
And of course, her confession. More than enough proof of her guilt, I'd say.
But those are...
What's the matter? Struggling to come up with a way to explain everything away? Well, there we have it. Your silence speaks volumes.
It's true I can't counter your argument right now, but you did let something valuable slip. A suspiciously detailed knowledge of the evidence against Kay. He rattled off that list like he knew it inside out. I think that might prove to be a valuable clue.
Oh, okay, I need to go in a different direction here. I still have questions. And then, what grounds? Who gave the order?
Who gave the order? Who decided that Kay should be arrested?
Okay.
You know, I can't seem to remember. Don't ever get old, Miles, my boy. It wreaks havoc on the memory.
Time to deploy my clue. I'd appreciate it if you stopped playing the old man card. You remember the details of the evidence against Kay pretty clearly. Perhaps if your memory didn't fail you only when it was convenient, I'd be more inclined to believe you.
Nice. Also, he's not even graying yet. Like, he's fine. Probably.
So, let me ask you again, who gave the order for Kay's arrest?
You're a sharp one, I'll give you that. My son could learn a thing or two from you. If he wasn't such an incurable numbskull, that is. It's a tragedy, really.
I don't want to hear about your son. I want to know who authorized the arrest.
You're very mean. You know that, don't you? The rest you say, I believe the order was given by...
You, of course. Calm down, Chairman Winner. We both know it was you.
Alright, you got me. You make it sound like it was somehow a bad thing, though. But I have my reputation to uphold, so I guess I'd better clear up this little misunderstanding. I'll entertain your questions for a few more minutes. Let's see if I can
Put your mind at ease.
Okay.
Sorry, what'd you say? Establish how intimately he knows the details of the case. Okay. Oh my god, this guy's voice hurts my throat.
The end game's at hand. We're but a few moves away from the truth.
I know about a lot of stuff, my boy. I'm just smart like that.
I'm too glad the same can't be said about the way you handled case arrest.
Burn the evidence.
I'm a very busy man.
Oops. It's only taking so long because you won't give me a straight answer to any of my questions. If only you'd stop giving me the runaround, we'd be done already. So let's try this again. You seem to know the details of the case quite intimately. Why is that?
Because I read the case file. Not exactly the most thrilling use of my time, of course, but it's part of the job. I have to be a good role model. I can't seem to be slacking off. It can be so hard. I had some time on my hands, so I read the whole thing from cover to cover.
But you keep saying how busy you are.
That's strange. I could have sworn you had just told me you're a very busy man. I'll say the cracks are finally starting to show, wouldn't you? If you're so keen on being an upstanding leader, you can start by releasing Kay, you know.
You really don't give up, do you? It's a moving sight indeed, my boy. It's a tragic one, too. After all your efforts are for naught. I'm afraid your little friend was found unconscious near the scene of the crime.
We have yet to hear much about the circumstances under which Kay was found. She was lying unconscious in the storeroom, correct?
That's right, although I'm not at liberty to tell you how I know that.
He knows things even we didn't. In fact, he seems to be aware of every tiny detail about this case. This could be a valuable clue. Sorry, but the more you tell me, the less sense your story makes. For one thing, you know details that even those investigating the scene were not aware of. Why is that? Just how much do you really know, Chairman Winner?
Oh, there's that intimidating face you like to make again. Well, two can play this game. How do you like me now?
How do you like me now?
I do have to commend you on your doggedness. It really is something.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Take it however you like, but wrap this up, will you? I just don't have the stamina anymore. She's the culprit, the only possible suspect. Just accept that already. How much more evidence did you want us to load her down with, for goodness sake?
Load her down with? Yet another interesting turn of phrase. One that makes it sound a lot like the items Kay was carrying might have been foisted upon her.
That's an interesting point. I hadn't thought of that.
I'm impressive. You really do pay attention, don't you? It's no wonder they used to call you Prodigy, Mr. Ex-Prosecutor. I think you know the answer to your own question by now. Why don't you just go ahead and say it? I want to hear it from you.
It's finally time to shed light on the truth. Kay is innocent.
No, my boy. That's just clumsy. Anyone can blurt out a baseless assertion like that, even a disgraced superstar prosecutor.
Except I know it wasn't her. Kay was framed. The true culprit set it all up so she would take the fall instead. That is my answer, and I won't let you deny it any longer. Oh no. Oh, okay. He's okay. I mean, I don't care about him, but like, I think catching fire to your hair is terrifying.
Oh. My, you really are a sharp one. It's a bit of a shame you chose to hand in your badge. I admit it, you're right on all accounts.
And that's checkmate. Do. God, this chapter is long. Okay. We have a bit to do still in the case. I knew Kay wasn't the real murderer, and yet you still had her arrested. What's worse, you thought you could get away with it. When you won't, not if I can help it.
There you go with that naivety again, my boy.
Spelled correctly.
I guess that was always your problem. With the girl arrested and a conviction secured, this whole mess goes away, and that's what will happen.
But whose interest does a conclusion like that serve? The criminal.
The committee's, I suppose. And mine. Oh. You know, listening to you just now, well, it really got the tears flowing, I have to say. It was poignant and heartfelt and sincere, and utterly infuriating.
Great line.
Look, I'm not perfect, I know that, but your lack of sophistication in these matters is beyond the pale. You know, the place in Skyrim. I've played it back in ye olden days. You insist the truth is more important than anything else. But would you say the place the same if you knew what the real value of the truth is?
What are you trying to say?
When you get to my level, you won't uncover the truth. You make it, little by little.
You little shit. Can I just say, I wanted to check his age. 68. Damn. He must dye his hair.
Gay Verade, murderer, that's the truth. The truth I created. Yes, my boy, that's what I like to see.
Wings called this guy being the murderer, and I'm on board with this guy setting it up too. Oh yeah, no, straight away. Were you kidding me? He's like... He's got the look of a murderer. There's no way the head of the committee would notice evidence going missing. Yeah, that's a very good way of looking at it.
You're so sincere sometimes, it's painful. It just makes me want to put you in your place. Knowing the real truth will get you nowhere, because that's how much it's worth. Nothing. Shocking, I know.
But why not go after the real killer? How much do you even know about what really happened?
You're still not getting it. That's your truth. And it is worthless. Mine is all that matters. You understand what I'm saying, don't you, Mr. Prosecutor? I have all the power here.
Curse you.
Well, aren't you menacing? You and your little friend are just as bad as each other, violent criminals who deserve to be locked up. You'll pay for this.
You'll pay for this. Wrong voice. Oopsie. You'll pay for this, I swear. I'll have your garter hanging from a telephone pole.
And with that, yet another person disappears from my life. Oh, it just makes me want to cry and cry and cry.
Fuck you.
Anyway, I have a meeting then lunch. Take care, Estanium. Have a good night. I have to go to bed soon anyway. I'm not planning to disappear just yet, Chairman Winner. There's still the hearing later today. Just you wait. One way or another, I'll prove Kay's innocence to the world.
Yay.
Can I just say, look at all these judges.
Oh, there's a chair missing. The chair missing is the guy we know. It's probably like conflict of interest, right?
But yeah, I just love how they gave them all slightly different faces, and then you just have the full render of this guy and Gavel.
Why is Kay here? Why is Lotta here? Why is Winner here?
This is my hearing. They don't need to be here.
It's 8 AM.
Ten members of a majority are present. I continue to be in these scenes in order to ruin Hannah's voice. Truly, I am losing my voice. It's going great. I hereby call this hearing to order.
Okay. Okay, we are gathered here today to assess the professional competency of Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth.
Just change the voice.
Oh, okay. Who is the sight of the prosecutor? Of the goddess, we do solemnly swear to pass fair and frank judgment. Which is bullshit.
Why is the reporter? Winner is a witness prosecutor. Oh, that's a good point. As for Kay, no clue.
Yeah, right.
Fair and frank, don't make me laugh.
Verity, if you would be so kind as to summarize the case against Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh, no.
On April 5th, despite being advised of the illegality of his investigation he was conducting, the accused refused to desist and eventually had to be detained by myself and Chairwoman Wenner. His actions compromised the investigation into a murder of a certain defense attorney, and despite having been present with copious evidence of her guilt, he continues to insist that the suspect, 1K Faraday, is innocent of all charges.
Perhaps you could explain the details of the murder of us as well.
Late on the night of the 4th. Hey, we haven't seen this scene before.
What's this? That very night, an illicit auction was being held here in this very room.
Do we recognize any of these, like, bodies? It'd probably be relevant later, right? It's gotta be relevant later, right? Because no one we know looks like this, or is dressed like this, to say the least. It'll probably be important. Like, this is still only case 4, so there's a good chance all of this will be tied back together in case 5. Ringleader took part in that action, I think, yeah. Meaning the murder took place sometime during the auction. When she was found, Ringer was dressed in an outfit that matched the description of the auctioneers. However, due to the fact that the auction carried on after the murder had occurred, I deduced that the Ringer was not in fact the auctioneer.
You deduced nothing of the sort.
And what about the basis on which the suspect was detained? Yeah, I got this. Overcome by crushing remorse, Eustace. Do we really need to recount all of this? I'm sorry, I'm just reading through it to save myself the words. The guy in the middle without his arm up. Weird. True. The time when she was killed, Ms. Ringo was wearing a red raincoat. We know it's a different person. Who won the race? And who won the race to find the raincoat nearby? Me, that's who.
Did you? I thought it was somebody from forensics.
So she wore it. She was a murder. I
expect you have some objections. Let's get them out of the way.
I have no objections, Chairman Winner.
Well, now, is that so? I thought it would have been...
No objections in the matter of my unauthorized investigation, that is. But in the matter of Ms. Faraday's supposed guilt, I have plenty.
I can personally attest to the fact that Mr. Winner's investigation was fair and impartial.
Of course it was. When it comes to carefully conducted ops, I'm the winner every time.
You know, Miles, it's within my power to offer you a plea deal of sorts. If, and this is purely hypothetical, of course, you want to withdraw your objections.
Fuck off. Fuck off, fuck off, fuck off.
You might wake up tomorrow to find yourself the proud owner of a seat on this committee. So I ask you again, do you have any objections?
If you think you can buy my silence, think again.
You will watch your mouth.
Only if the chairman watches his.
Are we all going to ignore, in a room full of judges, take note? We're all going to ignore the fact that he just openly tried to bribe me?
I didn't come here to talk about committee seats. I came here to talk about the murder case. I demand a statement under oath, and I won't rest until I have one. I want to know exactly what the committee's view on the incident is.
You want to put us on trial, my boy. Very well, if it makes you happy. Verity, please provide Mr. Edgeworth with the materials pertaining to the case.
Really? But sir...
This will be his last hurrah, so let's humor him with the send-off he desires.
Ah, that will be your mistake. If you say so, Mr. Chairman. Was it a red raincoat she saw, or the guy's red jacket? Well, we're not sure yet. Because this coat was found, but the current impression is that the murderer here and Rosie, they switched outfits because there was some comments around the fact that the buttons are on the wrong side of the outfit, and that's not, like, this is actually like a man's suit outfit, basically. So the actual auctioneer presumably went up to the top, killed Rosie, switched outfits with her, and then left? Or something? Or not even one of the auctioneers necessarily, just one of the people. Anyway.
If no objections to Verity representing the committee, I assume.
None whatsoever.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Don't worry, Kane. Everything will be fine. You'll see.
Shouldn't be. Should be done. Oh god, I'm so tired. Okay. Ms. Ringer attended the auction as a potential buyer. The red raincoat was one of the items up for sale. So our assumption is that after winning and paying for it, she left the auction with her purchase. The only exit from the storeroom was, of course, the hatch leading up to the roof. After she'd emerged onto the viewing platform, that's when Ms. Ringer was attacked by Ms. Faraday.
But why?
Shortly thereafter, her flame went out, and thus concludes the committee's view of the case. Okay.
The raincoat was on...
Oh, the raincoat was on offer that night.
Is that really true?
We believe so, yes. You remember the failed assassination attempt on the president of Zhengfa, I assume. The raincoat is a piece of evidence from that case.
Oh, shit, okay.
Hadn't picked up on that. It should, of course, have remained safely under lock and key in the appropriate facility, but our inquiries revealed that it did in fact go missing under mysterious circumstances.
Well, that's convenient.
God, this is a long section. We are like so close. We're like in the middle of we're in the middle of end 1, guys. Okay. But I gotta go bed soon, but it's fine. Keep going. But our inquiries revealed that it did in fact go missing under mysterious circumstances. Okay.
Wound up at the auction along with everything else. That makes sense, I suppose.
Wonderful work, Verity, just wonderful. Crystal clear as ever.
You flatter me, sir. Now, Mr. Edgeworth, perhaps you would save us all some time and simply admit defeat.
I'll do no such thing, thank you very much. Wait, what? Very well, it's good to know you still have some fight in you. Is it? Why? Come to think of it, she said some strange things when she visited me this morning, too. What exactly is she up to? She's our good girl. Come on, we're gonna have a whole reverse Edgeworth situation. Attend the auction as a potential buyer. The red raincoat was one of the items, so our assumption is that after winning and paying for it, she left the auction with her purchase. Okay, but the person had blood on their hand. Only exit from the storeroom was, of course, the hatch leading up to the roof. After she emerged into the viewing platform, that's when Miss Ringer was attacked by Miss Ferrade. Shortly thereafter, her see, why would she have blood on her when she was leaving?
Hold it!
Why did she leave so soon after making her purchase? Because of the auction house rules. Winning bidders are expected to pay for their items immediately. Miss Hart told us pretty much the same thing. Which means they must have done the murder by then, right?
Objection!
No? What? What? What do you mean? The person who apparently was killed already had blood on their hands. Like, that doesn't make sense. Fuck my life. Alright. I don't know if I saved earlier. What flame went out? Their metaphorical flame, like the flame of life, effectively. What do I want to press here? Attended the auction as a potential buyer. Red raincoat was one of the items up for sale. Maybe I need to reread through the stuff. I mean, that's a really good point. Kay remembers being pushed, though. So who pushed her? Like, who would, like, why would she have a memory of someone pushing her if the person was already dead? That's the interesting thing. Like, let's say that's true, right? I'm just saying. Probably not right.
Objection!
Fuck, come on, there's so many holes. If she's a potential buyer, why is she the auctioneer's clothing? Oh, that's a good point. But do I have a piece of evidence that says that? That's the question. Death of... The cause of death is a set of 3 puncture wounds. The victim post-mortem back of the... Okay. Maybe it's the testimony? Not the keycard. Not the victim letter. Items on sale were mainly items of police related to the homicide cases. 11 attendees, all wearing masks. Auction continued even after the murder. Listed auction held in May. She doesn't actually state here that the auctioneer was wearing... I did like that. I did like that angle, but I don't have evidence that specifically articulates that.
Sorry, my voice is hurting, so I'm like trying not to talk as much. Maybe I just need to press everything.
Hold it!
Ms. Ringer was a member of the committee. Could she not have left the committee chamber via the main door?
While the auction was still underway, that would risk exposing its existence to those outside the trusted circle of attendees.
And given that Ms. Hart found that out, I suppose its existence is already well and exposed.
The rules of the auction stated that attendees were to leave and enter via the hatch in the roof.
How do they know this? Okay.
Hold it!
This is vague.
But why? What possible motive could Kay have had?
That is exactly what we're hoping to establish in our upcoming interviews with Ms. Faraday.
Coercive interrogation after the fact, something you seem to specialize in.
If the murderer knew that the attendees would all be leaving via the hatch, then the roof would have been the perfect place to lie in wait. So as I was saying, after she murdered...
Hold it!
Her flame went out.
The flame of her life, Mr. Edgeworth, though perhaps her flame was stolen from her is more apt.
Objection!
But the candelabrum that extinguished her life was one of the auction lots, meaning Kay had no way of getting a hold of it to begin with.
Ms. Faraday could not have lain in wait for the victim without knowing of the storeroom's existence.
Well, why was she stabbed in the storeroom if she was ambushed at the roof? That's a very good point.
She could easily have snuck down the ladder and stolen it while the auction was underway.
Maybe that's the point they're trying to go for. That's a good point. So they're trying to talk. Sorry, I was trying to figure out the correct angle they were going for. You have a very good point. This is incorrect. Because we found blood inside of that room. So this or this maybe? Blood was detected on the secret elevator. It looks like it dripped through the floor. Box traces of blood were hidden. So let's try this one.
Objection!
Fuck. I'm trying to like sit properly. Can you tell? It's not working. Okay, what about this?
Objection!
No. Okay, cool. She was left immediately. She would have been stabbed in the roof and the blood wouldn't be in the storeroom or the committee room. I agree with that.
Objection!
What angle does it want? Then what the fuck are they getting at? I know, right? I'm checking. Let's see what it says. Ms. Hart's picture on the 5th statement. I presented her statement on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Didn't I present it? No, I presented it on the other one, didn't I? I presented it here. Fuck my life. It was the fucking photo I had to present. Fuck.
Objection!
Bullshit.
Maybe you can clear something up for me, Judge Gambit. But what is Ms. Hart doing here at this hearing?
She is an eyewitness. I thought it would be obvious. Well, now I ain't really an eyewitness, more of an ear witness, I guess.
She's not exactly the most confidence-inspiring choice to help you make your case, is she?
I like to think I choose my allies a little more carefully than you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Wow.
Then you should question them more thoroughly, because there's something she hasn't told you. Take a look at this. It's a photo taken by Ms. Hart.
Yes, in the storeroom, correct? What of it?
According to your theory, the murder occurred up on the roof. But according to Miss Hart's testimony, she happened to witness the entire incident unfold in the storeroom, just before she took this photo.
Wait, you're saying the fellow got it?
Wrong. That's exactly what I'm saying.
What?
Miss Hart, if I may confirm your account of the events you witnessed last night, you saw the person in the picture, correct?
I sure did, clear as day, with my own 2 eyes to boot.
And what were your impressions at that point?
My impressions? This right here is a scoop of a century, something like that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I was hoping more of your impressions of the person in question.
Oh, that there's a walking meal ticket?
Seriously?
Just my little joke. No need to look at me like I done said in your lunch. Oh, red raincoat, right? Why, I took one look and I thought there's our perp right there.
And therein lies the rub for Ms. Hart to have occurred. Thought, okay, what I say doesn't matter apparently.
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, when will you learn to use your words? If it's an explanation of the facts that you require, you need only ask, you know.
What do you mean?
I assume you're about to raise the issue of the voices Miss Hart heard. Voices that may be unrelated.
Unrelated? You can do better than that.
Was one of the voices Miss Hart heard really even Miss Ringer's? You're kidding me, right? Them folks were talking crime-related turkey, or my name ain't Lotta Danged Hart. Ah, but you did hear them clearly. Well, can't rightly say for sure, but yeah, I can't rightly say nothing and you know it. That was using voice changes. I know, I done told y'all that. Precisely, Miss Hart heard voices, but those voices were disguised, which means we cannot even be certain that whatever she did over here had anything to do with the murder. But there's blood on their hand.
Objection!
You don't need to yell objection in order to sigh at me, Mr. Edgeworth.
Yes, it does. It seems I overestimated you, Judge Gavin.
Nonsense! Vergy's the best of us, my boy, the very best.
And yet she believes that what Miss Hart heard might not have anything to do with the murder. Even supposing that that's the case, it doesn't prove the murder didn't happen in the storeroom. The incident happened before the victim was able to go up on the roof. That much we can say for certain, and I can tell you why.
Take that!
We're getting there. Sleep, Aelin. Rest. I need to go to bed. We initially thought the person in the red raincoat was the culprit.
Yeah, because Miss Hart said as much.
Indeed, she told us about the blood she saw on the person's hand. And I doubt many people would have thought differently given her testimony. Ergo, if this person is the killer, then the blood we see would be from when they attacked the victim. But knowing what we know now, that this person is in fact the victim, it recontextualizes everything. The presence of the blood still shows that the picture was taken after the attack. But now it tells us something very important about the victim too.
Survived the attack, struck the killer, was the ringleader. I'm sorry, what? Sorry. What are we insinuating? This is a very specific insinuation. Save. I should save. You're right. I actually can just save this time. This picture tells us... Okay. Go back. But knowing what we know now, that this person is in fact the victim, it recontextualizes everything. This is under the impression that the person is the victim. The presence of the blood still shows the picture was taken after the attack. They survived? Struck the killer. I would say struck the killer would make sense.
She must have struck them hard enough to draw blood, thus the blood on her hand.
Mr. Edgeworth, all the blood at the scene was shown to have been from the victim. Which means your theory holds no water. Shit.
Maybe this proves that it's the ringleader? I'm gonna go back because I don't want to lose. Survived the attack. Was the ringleader. Ringleader is still a little father, so I guess this. There's no doubt in my mind that the victim was attacked in the storeroom. But here we have photographic evidence of her standing upright, alive and albeit with a bloody hand. This can only mean that Miss Ring survived the attack. The blood on her hand is from the wound she had sustained.
What are you talking about? Who dies from a hand wound?
The wound wasn't on her hand, Mr. Winner. I imagine she had used her hand to try and staunch a wound. That's right. While it's impossible to tell from this angle, the victim was already mortally wounded here.
Oh, well, that certainly would change things, wouldn't it?
And very much would, not least by making it absurd to suggest that Kay was the attacker. Her encounter with the victim happened after this picture had been taken. After the victim had already been attacked, I clicked something. What? After the victim had already been attacked and was in critical condition. I put it to you that all Kay witnessed was the victim finally succumbing to her wounds.
That would have been quite the coincidence.
It's a textbook case of wrong place, wrong time, I'd say.
You seem to be forgetting a rather important fact, Mr. Edgeworth.
Well, that or pretending to not remember.
What? What fact am I forgetting?
I think it's time to wrap things up, don't you, Rarity? Put the boy out of his misery.
Dad, Kevo works for me. Why do you keep giving her orders? That's my job.
You really are a total, utter embarrassment.
Fuck this guy. This poor kid.
No.
I hate to break it to you, but you both are. Wow.
Go to it, Kevo. Put Edgeworth out of,
Out of his misery. As you wish.
Alright. Bedtime.
What are we forgetting? Miss Ringer's body was found with 3 wounds in her chest. And we all know that those wounds are from, don't we? That's right, they're from when she was stabbed in the chest by 3 armed candelabra. I doubt anyone could survive such a grave wound. If you care to read the coroner's report, I'm sure you would change your tune.
Make several objections? Yes, I'm afraid I will.
What? Why? Was you listening?
Oh, I was listening. Very carefully, in fact. Hence my objections.
Come on. Why do you always have to undermine me?
That's never my intention, I assure you.
It isn't?
Because you do it so well to yourself every single time already.
Of course it isn't. Yeah, I knew that. Because I'm...
Please, Eustace, just stop, for goodness sake. You've already embarrassed me enough.
Huh? What do you mean, Dad?
Poor guy. Okay. Stop there.
Bedtime, bedtime. Gotta go to bed, it's bedtime.
I'd love to keep going. If I had my normal extra half an hour, I might have actually managed to at least get through the next bit of the game, but alas, we'll have to wait till Thursday. Man, this game's a long game. It's taking so much more time. Alright guys, I gotta go to bed lickety split. Finally, they're starting to kick in. Good. That's what I'd hope. Alright guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Alright, hope you'll have an excellent day today and tomorrow. I can't use my arm. Just doing like my normal hand gestures hurts. I don't know what to tell you guys. It's pathetic. Well, it's not pathetic. It's just the way my life is at the moment. Hopefully I'll get better. Night hand, thanks for stream. Sleep well. Thank you. I'm hoping I will. Gotta get up for my 8-hour shift tomorrow
and then immediately follow it with a 6-hour stream. So, gonna be so much fun. It's gonna be crazy. Anyway, have a good night's sleep, everybody. Alright, take care, and I will see you all tomorrow. We're starting stream early again for the Skyrim bingo, and that'll be starting at around 5, so 3 hours earlier than normal. Love you, Han. Love you too, Aelin. Alright, take care, everybody. Sleep well. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Bye-bye. I need music.